My name's Edward White and welcome to my channel. If you're new to it, I own and run a creative agency called @Live. I'm very into productivity, I enjoy reading and I love drum and bass. This month I thought I would give you a review of my month of things that I found, things that have really interested me and things that I just have had an impact on me and that I've shared with other people already. This video is kind of stolen from a YouTuber called Sophia Carey. If you haven't checked her out, go and check her out. She's very good. What she does, like, I love her style of graphics and I love her style of photography. I'll link her somewhere. I will work out how to do a link and I will add it. Go and check out her video. This is where that video has come from. I've stolen the idea and I'm going to use it for myself. So to start, I'm going to go on with the books I've read. I've read a total of 3 books this month and they are Hail Rider by Lauren Spinney. This is The Spanish Flu Pandemic of 1918 and How It Changed the World. So I got this on Amazon because obviously we're going through coronavirus, and yeah, I was really interested in this book, and it was really interested in how the world changed. And over time, I'm becoming more and more interested in history, something that I was never interested in. But I think if you can understand history, you can understand how the world is going to work. Like, we're humans, like, we never change. And yeah, I think this is a really interesting book. You get a chance to read it, read it. Number 2 is Start Now, Get Perfect Later by a guy called Rob Moore. Really good little book. Taught me stuff that I just already know, but it's a really short, you could get through this book in about a day. Really short, really interesting. Probably not as good for people who are more advanced readers. It's a very simple book, but one, maybe if you're just feeling stuck in a rut and you need something to push you over the edge, then this book would probably help you. Number 3. This is called Radical Acceptance by Tara Brach. Heavy, heavy book. It goes from like one end to the other. And I've done a whole review on this book in a story time. So if you want to go and check that out, I will link it here or here. And you can go and check that out. Really interesting book. And it's really helped me over coronavirus and lockdown and just become more self-aware and become more accepting of myself. Hence the name Radical Acceptance. Yeah, this book I highly recommend everyone read, and I think even if you're not into spirituality or you're not into Buddhism or meditation, I think by understanding how the brain works, that will give you an insight into how to deal with when you do get those stressful times, or you do get times where you just feel like you can't do it anymore. I think this will really help. So yeah, if you get a chance, pick up this book. Music. I adore music. I listen to music. I'd say I listen to music about 80% of my day. Unless I'm in a meeting or I'm watching a video, then I'm listening to music. And there's been some really good drum and bass music about at the minute. So Metrik's released an album called Ex Machina, and yeah, so many good songs on it. It reminds me a little bit of like Pendulum, got the Pendulum sort of vibes in terms of the voice and the synthy voice. Yeah, really, really, really good album. Go and check it out if you're into your D&B, and it just like get you pumped and get you going. A song that I really like is called Warning, featuring Gappy Ranks by Shy FX, the Bow remix. Just really good, like, skanky vibes, and kind of makes me miss festivals, kind of makes me miss going out and raving. But yeah, like really good just to get you going and get you feeling pumped. So podcast, this I only really listen to one podcast, and that's Tim Ferriss. I love the guests that he gets on. I love the way that he asks them questions. I think they're really tapped into what they do, and they're onto something. And one episode that really stood out to me was number 433, Jim Devmer. And he just talks about how, again, it goes back to the mindset. Like, are you above the line or below the line? Like, are you above the line thinking about what you're doing and how it's progressing you, or you below the line thinking of not really understanding how you're working and how you're going through life? Conscious and unconscious, basically, how I thought of it is are you consciously thinking or are you unconsciously thinking? And so many times we're unconsciously thinking, and I think when you become self-aware, when you start to look at what you're doing, you'll become above the line, and like you're never really above the line that much, and it's hard work to get above the line. But yeah, this podcast, I'm doing it no justice. Like, please go and listen to it. It's about 2 hours long, but it will really help. And I think if you just literally shut off, focus on this podcast episode, go for a really long walk, just sit in the garden and just listen. Don't let anything else distract you. I think it will really impact you, and I think it will really help. Now, in terms of videos, so there's a guy that I've been following for a little while, and he actually got me into minimalism and just productivity. I love his style. I love the way that he's a minimalist, but it's not that kind of hippie, so slow, happy. It's just like practical minimalism and practical work ethic, like getting on, doing shit, not getting yourself overwhelmed, and just keep going. Like, I love his style. His name's Matt Diavella. You've probably heard about him on YouTube, but he did a video called The Most Overlooked Way to Be Productive. And in this video, he talks about how you need to set time to have a break, set time to go on holiday, set time to just escape and get away and not focus on work, not focus on screen time, be in nature, be in the creative mode. And like, how I'm trying to do this, obviously, like with lockdown, you can't really go on holiday. You can't, like, you're starting to now, but like before, you couldn't go away. You couldn't get a plane somewhere. You couldn't go traveling. But I think for me, a lot of the time it's going out and creating and being in nature, discovering new places as well. Like, there's so many new places around you that you don't know about and are full of nature. They're full of just really pretty designs, and look to your local area. Like, there's so many beautiful places that I think we don't really know about until we start to look for them. And then we do find them, and they're these gems. And yeah, especially where I live. I live in Wiltshire, and there's obviously the Stonehenge near me. There's Avebury, there's Devizes, all these amazing places. And take the time to shoot and go, and this is just for creatives, but take the time to go and shoot and get creative and get with other people. Does that make sense? Like, with other people, go and be creative, go and do what you do, but with the passion. And I think it will help. It will help with your client work, it will help with your other work, it will help with your business, and you'll just feel refreshed and have a clear mindset as to what you're doing and why you're doing it. So those are just a few things I've discovered and found and loved over the last month of June. Let me know something that you've discovered and something that you've got passionate about, got geeky about. I'd love to hear it, and I'd love to hopefully get something from you. And yeah, I hope you find these videos useful. I hope you find something, maybe a new book or a new podcast or something new that further progresses you in your journey of life. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this video useful and you could subscribe to my channel, that would mean so much to me. I'm trying to look into growing my YouTube channel more and creating content specifically for it. So yeah, if you could give it a like, that would mean so much. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a blessed day. Goodbye.